I want to own the way I use technology. I don't want technology to own the way I use it.
Mozilla is honoring 25 people who are shaping the future of the internet. Here are their stories.
My name is Marek Tuszynski. I'm the co-founder and executive director of Tactical Tech, working from Berlin, Germany. We work on the nexus of technology, society, and environment right now, and we are creative and technological organization that work with massive network of partners and collaborators globally. Being recognized as a winner of the Rise25 by Mozilla is an interesting experience. It's actually quite funny on one hand for somebody who doesn't have a single social media personality. To be recognized is like, wow, how did they find me, really? And somebody who avoids, public visibility in a way. But it is fascinating that happens regardless, because I think that justifies that the values I work with resonate and are recognized. We focus a lot on privacy, security, safety. We were trying to prove that things like open source, Creative Commons make sense and they are important. Then we work on something we call information activism. So how to use technology as a means for sharing better quality, more impactful information and stories. We have done a lot of exhibitions, public interventions, and try to move the debate from where it is already happening into places where it yet not happened. Around 2016, which seems like long time ago, we came up with a concept of an exhibition that turned out to be what is called now Glassroom. And the Glassroom initially was a very basic culture jamming where you appropriate corporate space. And the exhibition was focusing on, what is our individual relationship with technology, who are the gatekeepers, and what we normalizing by the way we decide we use technology. And that grew into something much bigger. Now the Glassroom is not just, few exhibitions in big cities. It's 350,000 visitors. It's a network of libraries, schools, community centers with whom we collaborate. Everything Will Be Fine came as a public intervention in a public space where we use public square to build kind of a structure in which we exhibit how technology is defining and influencing the way we think about crisis. For me, it's very important, and for Tactical Tech, that people who come to our events walk away with something that gives them a little bit of empowerment, that they can do something. And Data Detox Bar is this takeaway. We meet you where you are. Here in Berlin, we have an iteration of Data Detox Kit that is more like a mural, where you can look at different advice that we give in the form of a cocktail, and pick up the recipe for that cocktail and then, use it at home. Talking about technology in general is fairly intimidating, and the book that I have a co-author is trying to help institutions, organizations, individuals to demystify the language, to think differently about how you tell narratives. So it's interesting that we often ask about the future, because when you're expert at something, you want to know what's going to be next and so on. And we don't like to answer that question. For us, it's important what we do now, how we understand the now, because we build the future today.